December 2022 and natural gas costs are up about 300% over last year. A lot of people are going to these portable electric heaters to supplement their heating bill. They can use a little more electricity and a little less gas, kind of offset their heating bills for this winter. If you go to a lot of big box stores like Menards, Home Depot, and Lowe's, a lot of these are sold out on the shelves right now. This is Amazon's #1 best portable heater. I do have another one to compare it to made by Lasco, which I'll be doing some more comparison videos later on. This one's basically going to go over the features and specs. I've got my ThermPro here. I'm going to get this all running and see exactly how hot the air coming out of this is. But we're just going to go over why this is the #1 Amazon seller. Open it up, test it out, and maybe this is going to be the right portable heater for you this winter. Now, one reason that might set this apart from the others is if you have kids or pets. This has 360-degree tip-over protection. Now, some of the other ones I've tested, they tip over, and about 99% of the time they do shut off. This one is supposed to be one of the safer models and a little more rated towards kids and pets. So that might be a big factor on whether or not you buy this one. Now, one other thing that sets this one aside from others is it has a heat phase timer. Now, a lot of the other ones have a timer where they'll just be running on high or low for, let's say, 2 hours, and they automatically just shut off. This one actually starts to lower the temperature for a little while, and then it shuts off. So that's especially helpful if you're going to sleep at night. You're going to have the room nice and warm, and as you fall asleep, that's going to bring the temperature down and just kind of ease into a shut-off mode. Now, another plus to this heater is its size. If you want a small heater, which doesn't mean that it puts out less heat, it just means it's a little smaller than some of those great big boxy tower heaters you might see at Costco or Home Depot. Some of them will oscillate. They're about 8 inches square and about 36 inches tall. Maybe you don't want something that big. You want something a little more portable. This is the one you want to look at. Now, here's a normal size water bottle. So as you can see, this is a fairly small unit. It's also fairly thin, so you can put it up against a wall and it's not going to stick out so that you may stub your toe on it at night. This is one of the smaller models I'm testing this winter. Like I said, doesn't mean that it puts out less heat. This means that this is a little more of a compact model. Now, I've talked a lot about positives on this model. One negative is there's no remote control. Whether or not you need that, it's all up to you. But most models in the $75 to $85 price range will come with a remote control. However, this one does not have one. You're going to have to get up, push the buttons, go sit back down. If that's no big deal for you, then keep looking at this model. Now, to turn this on, you have the on button right here. It's going to be all the way to your left. And whenever you unplug it, plug it back in, it's always going to default to turning on the high setting. So if you want to turn it down a little bit, we'll say I want to keep the room at 72 degrees. That's telling me what I want. And that is telling me the exact temperature of this room right now. So it's 66 degrees in this room. And like I said, I've set it to 72. So it's going to warm up to 72 before it starts to cool down. Now, one thing with this model, it's a little more customizable. By that I mean, right now you have the heat blowing out these upper vents, but if I hit this button once, it's going to bring the heat a little more lower to the floor. If I hit it again, the heat's going to come out right here at floor level. A lot of the other models are only going to blow the air out around 30 inches high. They don't actually blow it out on the floor. So I talked earlier about the heat phase timer. That's going to be this button right here. So every 30 minutes, it's going to come down one stage in heat. After 30 more minutes, down one more stage. And after 2 hours, it's going to totally shut off. So if you hit the button once, you see all of the lights are lit up. So right now it's still in the high stage. And it will keep blowing at its high stage for the next 30 minutes. And then it will blow at about a medium stage. lower stage, and then super quiet low stage, and then shut off. Now this model also has a quiet mode, which is a little more like a white noise. Like let's say when you sleep at night, you like to hear something, you don't like dead silence. If you turn on quiet mode, you'll see how quiet it actually is. It's just like a normal house fan running on real low, but it is still putting out some heat. Now one thing this model does not have, it does not oscillate. A lot of the other models in that $80 price range will oscillate left to right. Some of them have louvers that will actually move up and down and distribute the air a little more evenly throughout the room. I'll put a link in the description below for a Lasko model that's a really high rated model that oscillates, as well as I'll put a link in the description below for this one. I've got the heater on its high setting. I've got my Therm Pro about 10 inches in front of it. And I'm going to give it about 5 minutes and see what the temperature is on the Therm Pro. And that's going to tell me how hot the air is coming out of this portable heater. As you can see, after exactly 5 minutes, we're at 110 degrees, just under 111 degrees. Now there are several benefits to the Honeywell Heat Genius. The only real negatives for me is no remote control, no oscillation. Now, it's up to you whether you can live without those things and live with the more positive features. But like I said, it is the #1 seller on Amazon, and it is for a reason. Hope you guys found this video helpful and informational, and thanks for watching.